Hello, beautiful souls. How's everybody doing? Right? How's everybody doing today? I wanted to say hello, welcome. So today we're doing coffee and convo a little bit different. I'm really excited that you're here. As you saw earlier, I had these three cards, these three different piles. We actually have a fourth over here that you probably can't see. It's the angels. So today Spirit guided me to work with the angels and really connect you guys with the angels and what the messages are that you need to know. We have three decks that we're going to go through, a fourth. We have lots of love because Spirit guided me to pull out some multifaceted love because it rocks, right? It truly does. Really, the energy is really shifting. So who is feeling this? Since that massive eclipse and full moon, there's been some really incredible holy shifts going on. So who's felt them? Who hasn't? Who has? Where are you in your spiritual development, wherever that is, right? It's kind of chilly here in Pennsylvania. It's just starting to rain. I just got my fire all set for later on, so I might have a little toasty fire at my house, so that's exciting. I have my coffee, so I hope you do too. Coffee and convo. Cheers, friends. To us, to your beautiful messages that come through today from the angels, the guides, the loved ones in spirit. The more you guys can raise the vibe with me, and the best way to do that is if you're new here to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure that if you want to see the other messages that I share, I'm going to be doing this quite often from this location. I'll be sharing them with you here on Facebook, but they'll be here on YouTube. If you've not yet subscribed and you want to see the other messages and be up to date as soon as they get posted, I'll hit the bell, the notification bell, and hit all so that you're updated. As soon as I post it, you'll be one of the first ones to see it. How do you find value from this? I highly recommend you buy me a coffee. I'm going to put a link in the comments below. Buy me a coffee is really a way to give back and to be able to not only buy me a coffee, because I love coffee, and I hope you do too, because you're my coffee-loving friends. That's why we're here, right? So let me quick take a sip. And when you buy me a coffee, what that means, let me just share this with you. I work with a company which is an all-natural wellness company. They do so much to give back. They're a company, I call them a company with a cause, right? With a purpose, right? A bigger purpose than just being here on this planet and helping people use products. They actually do a lot to give back, and these products are gifts of the earth. They are just true all-natural solutions that you can use for your mind, body, your spirit, your well-being. I found many uses for them myself. That's why I truly believe in these products. But the number one thing that I really loved about this company, why I chose to go with them, is because they do a lot to give back. And that to me touched my heart really deep right here. And the reason I say that is there's a lot of things I don't share publicly, but they are known to help anti-human trafficking. They do a lot to give back. So they go in, they rescue these children who have been human trafficked. They rescue them, they rehabilitate them, and they rehome them. It costs a lot of money to do that. And every time that you buy me a coffee, I'm able to take a portion of those proceeds and donate it towards this Healing Hands Foundation that I work so closely with. Really, again, it's really dear to my heart. I'd love if you do find value that you buy me a coffee. And plus it helps me keep the channel alive and keep this going so that I can focus on doing these multifaceted messages and bringing them through for you, so that it gives me more time to be able to do that and help some of the overhead, the costs, the different things that are associated with running a business. So if you don't have a business and you don't know about what it's like to run a business, it's quite expensive. Little things like that help. And buying me a coffee, again, cheers, friend. Let's get started. Put out your post on Facebook. So if you're on my page, The Multifaceted Medium, or in our private Facebook group, which is a Facebook group, it's called Empathic Spirit of Light. This is where we always hold our guiding and convo with Spirit. But Spirit recently guided me, we need to change it up. Shift it up. We need to reach more people. So they were like, go to YouTube. I was like, okay. But I still want to bring it to all of you in Facebook. And I still want to be able to do some things inside that private free community. It's called Empathic Spirit of Light. There's a link below. Also, the Buy Me a Coffee link is below. And anything else I share in here will be below in the description. If you found value, to leave us a thumbs up. And when I say us, it's Spirit and I. So if you're finding value from this, it's helping you, leave me a comment, leave Spirit a comment. Let us know how this resonated with you and how it helped you feel better, mind, body, spirit, and soul, right? So it touches you in all different ways. Today is Tuesday. It's a transformational Tuesday. So I love to pull different cards, and today Spirit guided me to work with the angels, like I was saying. So some transformational cards. If you want to know about what is transforming in your life, transformation cards would be best for you. We're going to call that number one, deck number one. Deck number two, it's all about right here. This is a circle of the 7 energies right here. And so this is a great deck for just finding out what's going on in your life, where you need to be, what you need to focus on. This deck, friends, is all about angel therapy. So I wanted to share that with you. And so I'll just go over the crystals too. This is aquamarine. So when you're when you're in that place of transforming and you're going through different transformational processes, a lot of times stuff gets stuck right here in the throat, right? And so interesting, this is actually purple, but on here it looks blue. So we'll go with it. So the blue chakra is the throat chakra, and it really helps because when you use aquamarine, it helps to get the voice out there. It helps to express what it is you have to say. Maybe it's expressing yourself in this transformation, what it is you're moving into and what you're stepping into. So acknowledge that, embrace it, and maybe you need some aquamarine in your life. Or if you don't have aquamarine, you can wear a blue colored scarf or maybe an aquamarine shirt that kind of comes up like a turtleneck or something that would help that chakra. Anything blue, it's usually like a turquoise or a light pale blue like the sky, so just something to think about. A wonderful crystal. It's also a crystal for my fishies out there. So I am a Pisces by nature. I'm born right in March, so any other Pisces, March, February. If you're feeling drawn to transformation, this is a really good time of the year for you to step into your best transformation. So first of all, I send you all some multifaceted love, right? So this is an awesome multifaceted love rock I found on the beach. Love rocks. I love sharing them. I love, doing different things, gifting them to people, different stuff like that. But today, Spirit told me just to bring this to send some love to all of you. So if you've been having a really hard time, struggling, just, feeling like you're not in the best place possible, just know that you are loved, you are enough, and you are worth it. And I'm really grateful that you're here. So please know you're not alone. And if you need to connect with me to be able to discuss things further, if you're really struggling, reach out. I probably have something that could help you. And I don't know if you're struggling unless you reach out and let me know. So definitely message me, let me know, put it in the comments, and I'll be sure to connect with you. I'll also put my email down there, so just an email, just let me know, and whatever. Next one is with the Oracle of the 7 stars, or 7, whatever that was, Oracle of the 7 something. Yeah, anyway, this middle deck, this is the Aventurine. And so I always feel like, people say life is a journey, but I like to look at it as an adventure. And so this Aventurine crystal will take you on that beautiful adventure. So if you're feeling adventurous and you're feeling creative in your spirit and you're really like, I need to just step out and try something new, maybe this is the deck for you. So this would be deck number 2, okay? And so this Aventurine is the heart chakra. And I love that it's a heart, right? And so think about that because it really inspires us to move through that place in our soul that is like, it's longing for us to step out of our comfort zone, because honestly, nothing ever grows in comfort. You have to step out and be scared, and just as an example, I'll just share this with you guys. So tomorrow, I'm going to be on a podcast. I'm going to be on a podcast with my friend from, she has her own podcast. Her name is Jane. She's had some people cross over in her life, and she's had experiences, and I really don't know a whole lot about her other than she wrote a book. Be on her podcast tomorrow, and it will air, I believe, December 5th. So as soon as it's available, I will let you guys know. But I'm super nervous, super excited. I'm just going to harness all that energy and just go with it, right? Because we're going to have a conversation. And I don't know why there's anything to be nervous about. It's just, sometimes our little mind, body, and spirit gets in the way. And sometimes that little ego jumps in, right? And it says, ooh, you should be scared. And honestly, what's there to be scared of? We're 2 human beings who are going to have this beautiful conversation, and spirit is going to oversee the whole thing. So when we learn to surrender it, and I love this, that spirit shared this with me. This just cracked me up the other day when I was journaling. Spirit said have to learn how to let go of the ego, right? We all do. It's not like anything, me in particular, everybody. We all have an ego. And in order to stand out in the world and step up and be the beautiful human being you came here to be, you have to embrace that ego. And there's nothing wrong with having an ego. It's when the ego gets too in control and then the rest of us tends to shrink. That's not good. But the ego itself is not a bad thing. But Spirit was like, there's a fine line, there's a balance, and sometimes you have to really let go of that ego. And they said it in the funniest way, and I just want to share this with you because it cracked me the hell up. They were like, let go my ego. And I'm like, oh my God, let go my ego. Oh my Lego my ego. So that's my new Lego my ego. When I need to know the ego, you need to drop down into the heart. So please keep that in mind. Like if you're hearing or if you're feeling or if you're just getting too wrapped up in fear, it's usually the ego. Hearing that voice that says you're not good enough, you shouldn't do it, or this isn't going to work for you. Lego my ego, friends. And remember that Spirit brought that through to us. So I love that. Lego my ego. So cheers, Spirit. Cheers to all of you, right? High fives, cheers, all that good stuff. So, and then the last card, so I just love this. If you guys are enjoying this, let me know, because I'm having so much fun, and I normally love being connected with everyone live. This is even more fun because I feel like I can really let go my ego and just let her rip, right? And it's like, I don't have anybody judging me from the other side. Not that you guys do. I feel like so much love normally, but just the fact that I set this intention and Spirit has been like, you need to do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm loving it. So we're just gonna move forward in this. Like, I'm so excited, I can't even get my tongue to untie, right? Crystal, step into it. So this is a clear quartz crystal, great for communication. So if you're feeling you need to communicate, maybe with the angels, know that we have a free Facebook community, Empathic Spirit of Light. I also have a paid community, which is a membership community called Multifaceted Souls Society. It's the Multifaceted Souls Society, and this is a community, before we get into this, with your communication with the angels, with your intuition, right? It's a beautiful, innate, God-given gift we all have. They are your psychic strengths, your abilities, your, I call them your superpowered psychic strengths, and they're your all-natural abilities that you use to tune in on a regular basis with your thoughts, your things that you see, your hearing, your knowing. Like, it's all the different senses that you use, right? There's senses that you use, and then some that you don't even use, that you actually do use, that you don't know you use. So it's really cool. We have in our community, we have a development circle every Tuesday night. So later tonight at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time, we get together, a bunch of us, and we develop with Spirit. So if you are missing a loved one in heaven, if you are curious and would like to learn more about your intuition and how to develop that, to use it in all facets of your life, to become the best, most beautiful version of you that you came here to be, an intuitive empath who feels a lot but doesn't know how to set healthy boundaries, but is super curious about, I would love to connect with or reconnect with one of my loved ones in spirit, or maybe many of them. Maybe you would even like to become a medium. Who knows? This is for many different people, but it's all brought together as everyone that comes into our community is missing someone in the spirit world. And that's why I opened this community. So the angels are guiding you if that feels right to you. And clear quartz is probably a great crystal to set in between you and the people you're trying to have communication with, whether they're here or in the spirit world. So even if you're working with someone who maybe there's a little bit of miscommunication, the clear quartz crystal would be a great crystal to place in between you. Like if you're on the phone, maybe put it out in front of you and imagine them on the other side. Just a good way to do that. Or if you're working, towards something and you want to set the intention, the crystals amplify everything. So just a little side messages, little multifaceted soul tips, right? In between. Love to move us forward. They love to send energy, healing, and it's really all intention based. So just to keep it on the air of simple, that's my little multifaceted soul truth sharing today, as far as what we're going to be teaching you guys to step into some different things. So you can take what you can and leave the rest. Messages will work. Again, take what you can, leave the rest. Some of these messages will resonate for you 100% here. Some of them will resonate here. Some will resonate up here. Allow it to go wherever it goes. And if it ends up going over your head, it's not for you, then just allow it to go through you. And maybe it's a message you hear for someone else, because sometimes angels will use us as vehicles for others. Sometimes you'll be doing something and you'll hear something on the radio or whatever that is, and it just speaks to you and you just know. So if you know someone who needs to see this, please consider sharing this with them. Spirit's been guiding, because that's the way Spirit's been guiding me, that they're going to reach all the right people. So I already see it. I know it's coming. I'm very excited. So without further ado, we're going to go through each deck. And depending on where you are, I'm going to do each one separately. So in order to see all of them, because it may take a little bit of time, I'm going to pull a certain amount from each deck. Not sure how that's going. So Spirit is guiding us. This is a live thing, even though you're seeing it on the replay. But here's the thing. whatever deck you feel drawn to, post it in the comments, and then we'll see which one comes out. So I don't like to go in order because I like to be so out of the box, like Great Spirit's always guiding me. So we're going to start with deck number 3, which is the Angels. So here we go. Let's see, what do you need to know today from the spirit world? What do we need to know? Cards come through. Again, you're going to take what you can. If any jump, they are meant to be for whoever needs them. Spirit will guide us in many different ways, and I also have some clarifying cards too. I don't like to read the cards upside down. Some people do, and maybe I will. I don't know, but right now they're not feeling it. So that card was all about the indigo with integrity. And so we're going to see where this is going. Oops, there we are. And a base chakra. So we're going to go with these 3 for right now, and I'm just going to explain to you what they are, and I'll share them with you. So the indigo card is about the person you're inquiring about as an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. So this may be you. This may be you. Maybe you're someone who is a natural-born leader. I love the little unicorn in the cart, right? Maybe it's just get your inner child back out. Maybe embrace that person and invite them to come out and play with Pegasus, or play with the fairies or the angelic realm, or get out in nature and be more carefree. Indigos, first of all, the indigos have really big eyes, right? So they're usually the newer people that are coming in. And what I've found is they're very sensitive souls. So this may be you. You may know someone like this. Step outside of like society's normal. Right? And they encourage you to color outside the lines, be a little different, get your happy on, right? He's back there checking for the little Pegasus, make sure he's still in the cart. So we're like the ones, I don't say we're, I don't know that I'm necessarily an indigo, but maybe you are, I don't know. So the indigos are the ones that have that nurturing quality, that nurturing spirit. They're always trying to help everybody along. That's where I think the we're coming in connects with me, because I'm always trying to help the underdog or help that person or make everybody feel welcome. So maybe that's you too. And as a leader in a leadership position, you're always trying to make sure that the rest of the community, the rest of your team, the rest of your group is always coming together with you. You're always checking on them. So that could be something that is in your life if you're stepping into a new position. People will be looking back at you too, and they'll be knowing that you are guiding them in the most beautiful place. Now, the indigo card also represents the third eye, so you may be seeing a lot of things in your third eye. Visions may be coming to you. You may be waking up to the call of spirit. You may be starting to receive more than you ever had before. So be aware of that. Pay attention to what's coming in. I feel like as I look at this, they're pulling you to the wheels of the cart, and it's kind of like the wheels on the bus go round and round. Like I feel like things are just moving forward, but it's fun. It's, if I even can say jolly, like, so to me that reminds me of Christmas. So it may even be a time from now until the holidays that things are really going to pick up ahead, and it's like speed ahead, and it's like things are moving. It's happy times. It's a lot of frolicking, playing. These are weird words that I wouldn't use. So frolicking, that's like such an old time word. So I'm sure the guides are coming in with that. Integrity. So this card is all about standing in a place of integrity, like where you come from the heart. You come from like your beautiful pure soul. Look at her on the swing. She looks sad. A lot of times people that have a lot of integrity, they do so much for others, but they don't know about the healthy boundaries, or maybe they do know about them, but it's really hard for them to set those healthy boundaries and stay locked into that. The roses. So this is interesting too. Now, I don't know if you caught one of my other Facebook lives when I was doing the coffee and convo, but I was saying like last week, I think, or maybe it was the meditation we did for the full moon. The fact with the roses, like my neighbors have the most beautiful roses, and they smell just simply divine. And Spirit actually guided me to bring those roses in here today, and I totally forgot. They're over here and they smell amazing. So I will share them with you. Like stop and smell the roses. Lift yourself up with the scent of rose. So there's a lot of different rose oils out there. Not all are pure, so really do your due diligence, do your homework, because you want to know what you're putting on your skin or what you're breathing in. We have very pure rose oil. It's really worth it because it is completely pure. There are no synthetic fillers. Oil that I've ever used. And it's vibration rose oil. So that helps to lift your vibration to a place of really high integrity when you use it. When I go into meditation and when we work with spirit, I am constantly using rose because it softens the whole heart. So if you've been hurt or You've had an injured, wounded soul. Maybe your spirit, maybe your little Lego my ego kind of got hurt, right? Maybe our little egos need a little nurturing, right? Maybe we need to, funny, they want to talk about food. They want to butter us up. So maybe that little ego needs a little bit more butter just to soften and nurture the inside, right? And that's kind of what this card is looking like. Like she needs some love, right? So if your ego has been a little bruised, maybe it got a little burnt, think of toast. Oh my God, they're talking about food. Too funny. And I just ate, so I'm not hungry, but I love it. Align your actions so that they match your values, right? And your inner knowingness of what's right for you. So the angels are guiding you to know that, you know, when you're in alignment, especially divine alignment, everything comes together. You become the most sad. Think about a person that you know, and everyone is just drawn to you. And as much as right now in this picture, she looks sad, think about this as the indigo. If you're stepping into a position, a new leadership role, you come in with that beautiful integrity. People will feel that. They will sense that. That vibration of the rose is going to draw them to you. But think of this as well. Roses, as they open, and I'm going to share something with you. You people have to smell this. I wish you could smell this. It's absolutely divine. So this beautiful rose is one of the most beautiful roses I've ever seen. It was the last one of the flowers. It's going down to freezing tonight. I don't think we'll have any more roses. So this is the last of the roses. But and what's beautiful about this is as a rose unfolds, right? Ooh, there's a beautiful little yellow center. To me, that's joy, right? But in order to get to that joy, we have to allow the unfolding. You can't rip the peels off because then it wouldn't open right. You know, it starts out small like this, and then it slowly opens. And as it opens and each layer peels back, you're learning new lessons. You're evolving. You're growing into the most beautiful version of you that only you came here to be. So that is, it takes time for those roses to bloom. And so it may be taking time for you to bloom. And don't give up hope. Don't get frustrated. Integrity. And if they don't see it, let me tell you, they will feel it. Keep doing you. Keep being true. And you know what? You're in the process of becoming multifaceted you. So whatever that is for you, whether it's in our community or somewhere else, just know that like the rose, that joy is in there. It's deep down in your soul and it's not going anywhere. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's super, super important, and I think it's definitely worth sharing. I'm just going to leave these over here because they're so beautiful. And I just thought, how nice we can look at the rose, right? Spirit had guided me there. So this card is the base chakra. Now this is a great card too, and this is all about the root. So if you're familiar with your chakras are different energy centers in the body. It's kind of turning into a lesson, but you know what? Maybe Spirit wants us to do that too. So the base chakra is where we tend to hold a lot of fear, base sometimes, but if you have a strong base, then you are very anchored. You are very connected. And, you know, if you're stepping into, I'm going to pull these two again, if you're stepping into that leadership role and you're stepping in with integrity, let me tell you, you have to have a strong base. That's your foundation. That's your strength. That is like the pillar that keeps you moving, right? And so that base chakra is really important. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, your career, your finances, and your words, and for they will determine your outcome. So when you are in a place of forward effortlessly and alignment, especially divine alignment, you move forward effortlessly and easily. It's like a beeline, exactly where you need to go. And if you think about it, bees just know where they're going. They have an internal GPS action system. So you are guided, you are protected, and that is a system, right? Spirit knows. And there's nothing you need to do except set the intention, ask, and receive. But you have to believe, right? And so setting that intention, sowing those seeds, planting that love, and allowing yourself to bloom. It takes a little bit of time, but that's okay. That's exactly where you're at. So if you are stepping into something new, know that this is a really good time for you. I feel like good things are going and flowing, and I want to put you as moving forward. The month of April and May, also very important for you. Time to get and stay motivated. So if you haven't been feeling like you wanted to reach for the stars, I'm looking at his own arrow. He's shooting it up in the air. So think about that. If you haven't been feeling the need to want to really climb higher, reach for the stars, this is the time to do that. And maybe you haven't been feeling that up until this point. It was still keeping you a little stuck. So I am going to pull a card for you, just one that is going to, well, I'm saying just one. We'll see how many come out for transformation, because this will help you even though this isn't the transformation deck. All right, you have two, but that's okay. So even if you pulled from this deck and this was where you were, this may sit for you as well. So even though you might have pulled a certain deck, all the cards will make sense. They kind of work together even though they work separately. They all work synchronistically. So again, take what you can and leave the rest. So first of all, Spirit is guiding you. Surrender, and I don't know if you can read these backwards, but surrender procrastination. Let go of all the things that have been holding you back. And you might be really scared about how far it seems like you have to go before you get there. But here's the thing, it's not going to be far. Once you start taking those steps, that staircase looks really long. But as soon as you get up to about the third step, boy, you're like in the Twilight movie when he runs up the tree with Bella, right? Like the Edward, and he just goes up the tree and it's like a little spider monkey. Like you're up there in no time. So that's what Spirit just guided me for. So surrender all the procrastination, throw that shit out the window. Really like just let all that go. Surrender the ego, right? Lego my ego, right? And you can tell the angels to help you with that, or ask them, right? You can even ask them to help you. Can't tell them anything. We could suggest. That's our ego getting in the way. And I love that, right? Because we're noticing it. It's just an awareness. So now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. So that ego comes in, and ego, whatever you want to call it, it's edging God out. And when that comes in and we edge God out, it's really because those fears creep up when we don't have the ground, that base chakra going on, right? When that's anchored and grounded, you can move into all this. But when it's not, you'll tend to feel out of balance. You won't be aligned, and it'll be very scary. And you'll just say, you know what? Tomorrow's another day. Let me cover my head and go back under the covers. And who here has done that, right? Because that is a normal thing. I even did that before because I felt like I was there, you know, at one point in my life. So you probably have too. I think it's a normal human reaction. So now is the time to jump on that goal. Like I said, instead of putting it off, take action and you will all attract success. So if that's feeling right to you, I love that this card is green. It's pulling me right to the heart chakra. So it's like, what does your heart say? What is your heart screaming at you and moving you forward? When I just looked at this card, I just saw an angel kind of like carrying you up the steps with big wide wings. So Archangel Raphael steps in with that as well. So just know that this is a very healing thing. This is going to move you forward. And interesting, I'm not even hearing move you. It's like I'm going to put you in a slingshot. You are going to move. You are going to move so fast, like that spider monkey being carried by the angels up to the top of the mountain. Think of like at the, I don't know if you saw Twilight. It's one of my favorite movies. I'm a hopeless romantic. What can I say? But when they get to the top of the field and it's like beautiful sparkly flowers and you're in that field and it's just, you're just on top of the world, or up in one of those sequoia trees, like so cool, right? As a kid who climbed trees, hello. So that is the card. They are the cards that go with that, but also surrender the drama too, because when we tend to move into something new, boy, don't we get scared, and then we make up things. We have a lot of drama. This one did that one to us. This one did that, blah, blah, blah. There's this reason why we can't do it and that reason why. And we make all these excuses, and really all that is drama. So surrender the drama, right? I don't know why I'm saying mama drama. So somebody got some mama drama going on. Surrender that too. Hopefully you guys have great moms. I know I do. My mom don't have any drama. She's definitely not a drama queen. But there are some people looking at you. If you see the wolf's eyes in this picture, they're looking at you with a little bit of, oh, what's the word that's coming to me? I don't know if disdain is the word, but that's what I'm hearing. A bit of contempt too. And I don't know if these, a little bit of contempt too. And I don't know if these are the right words, but I'm going to trust that Spirit is saying this. So I'll have to look that up later. I'm not exactly sure what those words mean, but if you guys know, you can let me know. Contempt. Contempt makes it feel like they're out to get you. There's something like they're jealous. There's a lot of jealousy. And again, everyone has that ego, right? So maybe they need to let go of their egos too. So no matter how emotionally charged any situation is, remain calm, right? When that energy rips up and comes up inside of you and you just want to, right? That's our ego. It's our feelings get hurt for whatever reason. And maybe that's the contempt. And don't contribute to that drama. The best thing you can do when something like that happens, take a breath. You know, think about when, I don't know if this happened to you, but like if your parents, like you were younger and your parents were yelling at you, they would, my mom would count to 10. And it would kind of bring her back to a place of, okay, I'm better, right? So count to 10 and allow yourself to decompress and breathe, right? And when you do that, no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. It just brings you to a place of peace where when you smile at those people, they can't bother you. It's like a bully trying to pick on you. If you just show love and smile and have compassion, it won't bother them and they'll eventually stop doing that. Or, you know, they say kindness, kill them with kindness. It's the same thing. You're just being kind, but you're being kind to you. So pull that kindness back to yourself and just know that you do not need to accept anything that people put on you. That's their opinion, and that's all it is their opinion. So you could thank them for their opinion, but why even bother thanking them? Just smile. Just smile and be like, just smile. You don't even have to say thanks, right? Staying centered, again, that's that base chakra, will help resolve the issue more quickly because you are aligned with the divine. So know that when you are centered in that place of stillness, and it really is just following the breath, if you have our balance oil, pulling yourself into alignment, remembering to breathe, make sure you're hydrated. Coffee won't hydrate you, but being hydrated will keep you very much aligned as well. So those are the cards for deck number 3, which is the angel deck, what the angels wanted you to know today. So keep that in mind, and I hope that made sense to you guys. If this really resonated with you, let us know in the comments below what resonated, how it fit for you. Give us a like, thumbs up. Share this with someone who you found value. Who do you know that needs to see this? And make sure you hit subscribe so you can connect with all the other cards, because there will be different facets that will connect with all of you. So now we're going to go on to the next card, and Spirit is guiding me to go to deck number 1. So deck number 1 again was, I love how they switch it up. You know, they never want me to do it in order because that would be too easy, right? So I love that. So this is again the throat chakra. This is the aquamarine. For all my fishies out there, right? If you're feeling like aquamarine is your thing, you might need to know that. And so these cards are all about transformation. So we're going to see what you need to know today on Transformational Tuesday that will help you step into the most beautiful version of you that you came here to be. So what do you need to know? What do we all need to know for the collective that will move you forward? I feel like something needs to be corrected. Interesting, they're pulling me to one of my oils, which is about healing. Something that needs to be corrected is called Correct-X, but it's like a Neosporin. Drew me to it, and it's sitting over here on my counter. Thinking. We'll get into these all in a second. So I'm going to pull a couple for you here. But I feel like there's a situation that needs to be corrected. So stubbornness, surrender stubbornness, and actually they're telling me 2 more here. So let's see what we can transform with. 2 more things that will help you with transforming. And I want to say allow your light to shine. Spirit is guiding me to, look at that, we got 2 right off the bat. Allow your light to shine, surrender to your passion. Okay, so these are some pretty awesome cards. Friends. Okay, so I'm going to pull each one up so you can see each one. Peace, really getting this out there. And really letting the voice flow. And a really good way to do that is to connect in with the Holy Spirit if you are open to that. I grew up Catholic, so I use what they use my Rolodex of thoughts, right? So whatever your belief system is, good for you, right? I'm very spiritual now, so whatever it is, there's no judgment. None of us live in a glass house, and none of us should be throwing stones. So just take what you can, leave the rest. No room for haters, people. So you either love it or you don't. If not, see bye. But surrender to negative thinking. So if you are someone who struggles with negative thoughts, belief systems, maybe a program, right? Well, it's all a program, because since birth, we come into this world, we're these beautiful little human beings, and we're born as beautiful babies who are nothing but light and love. And then we're probably till about 6 or 7, we are so curious. We're learning about ourselves, we're learning things, we're connecting. Most times we're actually connecting with spirit, even way back then, you just don't know it. Friends, right? And so this negative thinking comes up when we're told we did something wrong, or we did something bad, or whatever the situation is. For whatever reason, our parents taught us what they knew. Nothing's wrong. There's no judgment on them either. They did the best with what they had, and we are doing the best with what we have. But it's a program. And it starts from a young age, and think about it. Back in the day when I was a kid, they put us in front of a TV. So as soon as we were old enough to watch it, it was like our babysitter. And so we watched Sesame Street and different things like that. You kids probably don't even know what that is. But anyway, today they're on computers. It's a program. And the more, if you follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, the more, you're in that program that, you're hardwiring your brain. But if you can flip the switch, that hardwiring, eventually over time, if you change it to a more positive thought and you're able to surrender that negative thinking, the hardware becomes a software, and you can reprogram the brain to actually step into a better state of mind, which is your current reality, right? So you have control over your thoughts all the time. We all do. No one controls our thoughts but us. But if you think about the mind game that goes on in your head 24/7, where you're constantly rehashing negative thoughts and thinking about things, and you have this constant conversation that is like so negative in your head, right? And so many people do this. You're not alone. Trust me, I'm reprogramming my brain 24/7 because we are all human and we have that ego that we need to let go. So surrender that negative thinking, right? So when that thought surfaces, say, thank you. Thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus to a positive affirmation. So I do this a lot, and what I've learned is when you go into that place of negativity, just be aware. It's really just coming up to allow you to know it's an awareness. And if you can notice it, that's the first step. That's just the first step in stepping into reprogramming the mind, reprogramming the body and the spirit, because what your mind thinks, your body starts to perceive. So you really want to think good thoughts, because you want to surround your energy and your whole system with positivity and positive emotions. And, when the body's out of whack, or it's not aligned with the divine, or in divine alignment, however that is for you, that's when disease sets in. The body actually gets sick because the body is not in homeostasis, which is when the body's in alignment, when things are peaceful and you're happy and life is good. But if you get out of balance, think about it, you're outside your body. Most people are like, you can actually see them when they're so stressed. They're literally outside their body. They're not grounded. They're like, blah, 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 blah. Ground down in love, friends. Will take you to a really negative place. Try to stay out of there the best you can. But if it pops up, don't beat yourself up. Just go, notice it, right? And maybe pick a word that goes with it. Like I say change. So whenever it comes up, I go, change, transform, whatever you want to call it, maybe it's just awareness. So just be aware how to surrender that negative thinking, and just maybe say thank you for sharing, and then find something positive so you can flip the script or flip the switch and have that holy shift. So surrender your stubbornness. Okay, so everyone has this too. You're not alone. We all have that ego, and I'm going to keep on talking about it because we all have it. And it's good when it's good, and when it's not so good, we just need to be aware of it and notice it. So surrender that stubbornness. And interesting, the floor, they're pulling me to the floor in this card, and the floor is black and white. So think about that in life. Things aren't always black or white. Sometimes there are colors in between. Different shades of color. They can be different shades of gray, depending on how you like to look at it. I like color, as you can see. It's a much happier, more uplifted emotion. Color has a lot of frequency. So if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, especially something I said today, think about that. Gently observe, okay? Just gently observe yourself and become more breathing, right? Try to breathe more, become more flexible, become more yielding. Maybe just be more allowing. Maybe it's just something you notice that normally your belief system would say, oh no, that's not right. I'm like looking over here like Spirit's going to tell me something, right? Maybe it's just, okay, what do I need to know? Why is this coming up for me? Why am I feeling this stubbornness? Why am I being like the bull in the china shop? What is triggering me? Because usually another person will trigger back to you there's something inside of yourself that you can't quite see. And it's triggering it to come up, to come out, and there's that ego again, right? So again, this will help you communicate more lovingly with yourself and then others. And I'm always sharing, you can't give from an empty cup. Interesting. So this right here is actually light, but for some reason I saw a bathtub right here. I? But interesting, now that I feel like there's a bathtub there, it's fill your cup. So sometimes you need to take a bath to use some Epsom salts, clear the energy, however that is for you. Maybe you clear it in another way. I'm a fish, so I love water. If you can submerge yourself and get to the place where you can surrender, float, and let go. Float tanks are awesome too. If you're near a body of water and you can go float in the ocean, it's clean, go for it. It's a great way to just let go of the ego and be able to just lay and have your ears submerged in the water where you can actually hear the sounds that come from within. So it's a great way to get in stillness. You can also put on headphones and find a great station that you can listen to that will pull you into that those calming frequencies and those waves. So next card, surrender to passion. What is it that you've been trying to do that completely lights up your heart, but I feel like there's a part of you that's been so holding yourself back for fear of judgment, for fear of having to wear a mask because you don't want people to know exactly what it is you're doing. I feel like, interesting, she's got her arm up, like I want to be like this, right? And so to me, she's sharing the vulnerable side inside of her underneath, right? Our armpits are very sensitive, right? And so it's a very sensitive side she's showing of herself. So this could be a female or a male sharing and opening up about a really sensitive thing that you've been dealing with in your life. Allow that light in. Allow that light in your heart to start to open. And allow yourself to take off that mask and become the beautiful person that you are trying to step into. So get out of your head, right? That's that ego. Drop into the heart. And then go deeper into the belly, because when you go into the belly, I'll tell you, that energy shoots straight up to the heavens. It goes into the heart, through the crown, and up into the heavens. That, my friends, is how we connect with spirit and how we move into different things. That's just one way. But focus on the people and activities that ignite your fire, ignite your passion, and let it flow. I love it, right? Let it rip, let it flow. And just allow yourself to be in that place of divine stillness. If you can get up and dance, that takes you into that place of divine stillness too. Even though you're moving, you are so grounded, you are so connected. You'll get into that place easy because you're raising your vibration, so that when you're in that place, it's like you could be doing a million things, but you are so aligned, and that is bringing you into that divine alignment, that stillness within, so that you can breathe and you're so anchored and connected and people can hear you, right? I have to take a smell. Just have to stop and smell the roses. Ah, heavenly. All right, so, and the next one, be prepared, because when you do that and you actually surrender to your passion and step into the most beautiful version of yourself, wherever that is for you, multifaceted miracles are going to be stepping into your path. If dolphins are your thing, that's awesome. They're very joyful. They're very playful. I want to just put you in that place. Pay attention to the next full moon. It's probably going to be some energy that shifts around that. I feel like it is the next cycle of the full moon. Be open to miracles occurring in your life, and they're going to come in so many different ways. Feel and know that these events are absolutely real, or as I like to say, absolutely real, right? Let go of any resistance, anything that you've been holding on to. Just let it go, right? And banish any doubt or fear that miracles can't happen, because they can. They happen when you believe. All you need to do to receive is to open your heart, believe that it's possible, and then open your arms wide to receive. And you will receive all the multifaceted miracles you need, right? So that is our message here for number 1, which is our transformational, ooh, that's too many cards. Transformational Tuesday deck. Stuck in the chair over here. I'm going to pull an angel that goes with this, just as a clarifier of what you need to know to wrap that all together. Let's just see. And I want to say stop and smell the roses, you. And, ooh, forgiveness. So this is a great card. If you've been holding yourself hostage, which I just heard, if you've been holding yourself hostage and maybe not giving yourself the love that you needed, call in the angels, sit with them, and imagine them wrapping their beautiful wings around you like this card. Imagine Archangel Raphael stepping in to just embrace you in this beautiful, loving embrace. Archangel Raphael is the healing angel, by the way. Very beautiful green energy. Just imagine this angel coming in, and you may even receive messages from Archangel Gabriel. beautiful angel with a beautiful white light energy stepping in. Know that Archangel Michael will also be present just to connect you and protect you in the energy. And Archangel Uriel will help to keep you grounded. So all four angels will step in with you if you're going to do that work. But you have to step into it in order for that to happen. So I hope that made sense to you from the transformational deck. And let's see. And so our final deck, for those of you who have either hung around or maybe you've came on and wanted to see what was going on, the next deck is the Adventurine crystal. So this is for the adventure lovers out there who, like me, want to step into some new things and see where you're headed, right? So again, all these decks will make sense. They'll all come together and you'll be able to probably take things from different decks. Let us know which deck was your favorite. Let us know if you enjoyed these cards and the way that we're pulling them today. Definitely leave me a message. I would love to hear from you. And I do offer private readings. So if you are interested, I do have some gift certificates available. You can, or put it in the comments below and I will go and I will connect with you. Make sure you leave me a way to connect with you. Or you can email me and I can get that out to you. And there will be a link for readings as well in the comments. So if you are interested in purchasing the gift certificates, you would go ahead and purchase it and then information so I can connect with you, and then I will send you a link once it's purchased for you to download the gift certificate. Okay? So I just wanted to share that. So about too many cards. So what do we need to know for your highest and best good for an adventure? What's new in store for you for this new adventure you're about to step into? This is a great card. All right, so we're gonna pull a couple more, but let's just see. That one wasn't really there. It was just kind of sticking out. So, all right, Spirit, what do they need to know? So the beautiful uncaging. What needs to go along with that? It's getting a little darker in here. A deep breath. Yeah, if I can read. Okay, this card is kind of light, so it's a deep breath. And let's see. What else do we need? Oh, we got two on this too. Two more. Okay, Call of the Muse. And I want to put you as specializing, maybe going to something that is a little bit more directed. Seasonal, I'm hearing. Seasonal. And I want to move you forward. Something to the right. I'm not sure what that means, so hopefully you guys will understand that, and they're making me pull another card. So, okay, and this one is Great and Full. Love these cards. These are really beautiful cards. I believe these are by Colette Baron Reed. They're awesome. I will put links below if you're interested. So the beautiful uncaging. This is a card about stepping out of the place where you felt trapped. You know, and if you think about some of the other cards that came up working with the angels, it was the place of holding yourself back. I feel so many people do this. You're not alone. I think there's a lot of fear attached to when you're stepping into something new. There's a lot of fear that comes up when you are trying to step into the best version of you and you've never done it before. It's scary, just like the podcast. You know, I've never done a podcast. This is my first one. So of course I'm nervous, but what's there to be nervous about? We're two human beings. We're going to have fun. Same thing here. You're a beautiful human being who's going to uncage yourself and step out into the world. And you can't see it, but I have a little key over here that's super cool. And I love that Spirit's been sharing with me keys lately. There's a lot of keys that unlock a lot of new doors. And this too is a new door, right? It's a new door to Spirit coming on here and doing these multifaceted messages. This is new, right? So who knows? There's going to be so many facets of new things that open up in your world. I love that there's a heart connected. So again, that multifaceted love rocks. I don't know where my little heart went, but it was here. Here it is. Multifaceted love, right? Allow the love in. There's going to be love coming in many different directions, and I love that there's love, right? There's so much light in around the heart. And that'll light the way to put that key in and turn it so you can open it and actually uncage that heart. Allow your soul to soar, right? And maybe that is in our Multifaceted Soul Society. Maybe that is some other way. You're completely protected with the angels with this card. This is about big changes, and you're really stepping into some new spaces. It's kind of like you're a free bird, right? I'm hearing a free bird, like the bird is unleashed from the cage and you can really go, do, or be anything you want to. It's like the sky's the limit. So there's something you've been stepping into. I feel like so many people are moving into something new, and this is such a pivotal, big time, especially with this card of 5. It's very pivotal. So you're moving forward. It's easy. I feel like all the blocks have been lifted. the cage door just swings open. And it's really simple and easy. So I just wanted to say here with this card, like I said, it's very light. It's hard to see. And it's kind of like the breath, right? We can't see it, but we can feel it. And this card is all about taking a deep breath, meditation. Can you guys see it? I love at the top of her head. Now I can't see that, but it looks to me, I'm gonna try to look, it looks like cups, I think. I don't know what I'm seeing, but this to me looks like cups up here. So I could be wrong. But cups are, you know, when things are overflowing, it's like the spirit is overflowing into the mind of you, of the person who is meditating, who needs to take the breath. There'll be a lot of downloads coming in from spirit. This is the card of the lotus. And, you know, a lotus has to grow through muddy water, right? And before it can open. And it has to do a lot of growing before it opens. And you might feel like your adventure or journeys are long. So yeah, you might feel like the journey up until this point has been long and hard and tedious and cumbersome and just not fun, right? And once it opens, the adventure kicks in. I love it, but you have to breathe through it. And you have to grow through it in order to go through it. And that's all part of the process of stepping into you and everything that is headed your way and everything that you're trying to do, right? So remember to take that pause. Remember that it's okay to do nothing. That's why you see nothing on this card. It's like, sometimes you just need to breathe out, let it go, sit in silence. That's hard to do. Most people don't like silence. Right? Silence is a really good thing because it allows you to hear what's going on inside. And most times when you're silent, what do you hear? I should be doing dishes. I should be doing this. I should be blah, 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 right? And that's really that voice, that negative thinking. It's not really what your soul is saying. Because if you get quiet and listen to the soul and really take those deep breaths, the soul is saying, I love you. You're enough. You're doing amazing. Keep on going. You've got this. That's what the soul's saying. And your angels will always reiterate that back to you. So I really want you to listen to that. And the next time you hear those voices in your head that are saying you're not good enough, you're not doing it right, you need to do the dishes, which I have a sink full over there, you know what? They'll get done. I'm not too worried about it. I'm in the way of here, so you can't see them anyway. Right? Laugh, 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 laugh. Because that's what Spirit wants for us, is to be happy. That's all they want. That's all that this whole world is about, right? We think it's about becoming wealthy and living these big dreams we're supposed to do and how we have to be successful and blah, 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 blah. But you know what? If you died tomorrow, none of that would matter. None of it. And when I talk to people over and over again in readings and I bring through their loved ones, do you know what the most important thing they say is? We love you. They love you and they're with them and they miss them. And it's crazy. Like, we think there's so many other important things and there's not. None of that matters. You can't take any of it with you. So enjoy being at peace, right? So listen to the call of the muse. The call of the muse can be anything that lights your heart and your soul on fire. Right? It may be a craft that you love to do. Maybe you love to dance. Maybe it is something you're stepping into. For me, it's doing this work. This is me following my muse. I'm following Spirit. They're guiding me along every step of the way. And I know for a fact when I listen to them and I completely align with the divine and I'm guided by my team of spiritual advisors, they always carry me in the right direction and things move forward easily and effortlessly, and it's fun and I don't have to do anything. It's so easy. Like, literally, it's so easy. I could go for a bike ride and things just appear. But when I try to make it happen, I'm not following my muse. And so perhaps you can notice that in your own life. This card is a 4. So it's a lot of putting energy into things. And sometimes it can seem hard. You almost have to do it in a way that you can dress it up and make it fun. So find what works for you, whatever that is, where you can get out of your head, fall down into your heart, or drop down into your heart. I like to think of the Tom Petty song, Free Falling, because you're free falling, right? I'm not a huge fan of Petty, but I love that the lyrics to that song, and maybe Google those lyrics and see, because when you're free falling, you're free. You're doing whatever comes naturally, and it really takes you back to being a child where you could be free and in that place of peace and stillness and light and love, and you're just unconditional joy, right? And then we grow up and think we have to do other things, and that's just not the case. So call of the muse, follow it. So what would be the one thing you could do, and I'm going to ask you this now, and this could go for anyone. What would be the one thing you could do if money were no object, and like when you were a kid, what did you want to do that maybe you didn't follow through with, that still maybe when you think about it lights your spirit? Maybe go do something like that, or do something in along that realm or those lines that can allow you to have a little taste of that in your adult life now. So do whatever that is. If maybe you wanted to be a ballerina and maybe that didn't work for you, just an example, maybe just go dance. You don't have to become a professional ballerina, but if it's something that lights your spirit, like I know for me, this is my kitchen, right? And so when I get up in the morning and I'm making my coffee, I put on music and I'm like, let's jam out, spirit. And I'm over here dancing around, and it puts me in such a raised vibration. It makes my soul happy. So I encourage you to go find your muse, whatever that is, painting, dancing, singing, sipping coffee, whatever it is, go find your muse and follow him or her. And just allow that being to embrace and envelop your beautiful soul, lifting you up, carrying you like the rose, allowing you to unfold and expand in the most beautiful and breathtaking ways. And then know that no matter what, we are great and we are full. Right? And when we have everything we need, which you do, you are always going to be great and full. And you as a being, all of us are great, and we are all full. We're filled with the light of God's love, the universal flow of divine force energy. We're breathing, so we're filled with it, right? We're surrounded with angels. Another 4, right? 44s. To me, the 4 and the 4 coming, right after each other, that is such a divine sign. To me, it's prayers are heard and answered. So if you've been praying for things to move forward in your life, know that Spirit is hearing you. There's a lot of bubbly excitement. I feel like this is a cup card as well, and cups are all about the cup runneth over. There's a lot of love coming into your life. There's a lot of new love coming in. A lot of resurgence of some maybe past relationships, or it could be something new doesn't have to be a love relationship either. I feel like there could be a lot of maybe you've distanced from people for a while and you need to come back to that. And maybe around the holidays, things are going to come together and there's going to be an upliftment and a connection, a reconnection. But there'll be a lot of new as well. And I feel like they're pulling me to this, but I know it's like a fluid splashing in there, but it almost looked like wings of a bird. So looking at it backwards, I'm dyslexic, so I see things all different ways. Spirit will use my vision. And I love that. So to me, I see the bird and he's actually like the phoenix rising up out of the cup. So having the love, lifting up with Spirit and just being risen up to be able to, again, become that best version of you that you came here to be. So we're going to pull a couple angels on that, and I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm actually really enjoying doing this way. Okay, we have 2 that just jumped out. I started to shuffle, but they flipped over, so we're going to go with it. All right, so this card, Harmony and Presence. Okay, so really interesting combinations. This Harmony card has been coming up left and right. Interesting, a couple weeks ago in Coffee and Convo, I shared that harmony is never what you think. Most people think of harmony as things coming together and it's good and it's easy. And it is, it can be taken that way, but there's another meaning, which I realized. It's because we are in control of them. So they're in harmony because everything's balanced in our favor. But if things aren't going our way, harmony goes out the window, right? We get a little bitter, we get a little upset, our little ego comes out. And then we're like, well, that's not blah, 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 blah. So it's like listening to the call of Spirit. But the other thing I realized was it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad card either. So it's not black or white, it's all the colors in between. And so when I look at this card, there's many colors. You've got the white, the pink, you have purple, blue. There's probably even shades of green somewhere in there. So there's many different tones, and interesting, we kind of match. So the harmony is really like listening to the harmony of the universe. That harmony is really your soul, your heartbeat. And when that harmony resonates with your heartbeat, with the heartbeat of the universe, with the heartbeat of all of us connected all across the globe, oh my goodness, the things that can happen. And the fact that Spirit card came out, this is a card that means that Spirit is completely connected with us. This is such a beautiful card, and it means that Spirit is present, right? So in your life, in my life, in all our lives, Spirit is the connecting thread that carries us all together. It's that beautiful light that lights our soul, lifts our spirit, and helps us all along the way. It's like that guardian angel that we all have. Everyone has one. You have one, whether you believe it or not, and they will help you. They will help you transform your life. You just have to listen. And I love that she's peeking out listening, right? So if you want to develop those intuitive qualities, those innate abilities that we all have, definitely check out our Multifaceted Souls Society. There's a link below when you register for the free masterclass, which is at my website, www.themultifacetedmedium.com. You will be taken to, first of all, you'll get a free masterclass on how to connect with the angels and your intuition. There's a lot of little bonuses in there, and then it'll take you to the sales page for our Multifaceted Soul Society. If you're interested, our doors are open right now, and you can learn how to connect with spirit as well. So if that resonated with you, thank you so much for being here. I'm Lisa, if we've not yet met. I am the Multifaceted Medium, and I would love to help you in any way, shape, or form I can. Think of me as your favorite first grade teacher in spiritual development. That's exactly how I want to be thought of, because I loved my first grade teacher. She was my favorite. Mrs. Blizzy, you were awesome. Or Miss Blizzy, you're awesome. You actually changed my life. So if you're ever seeing this, I don't even know if you're still on this planet, but I have to say thank you for being an awesome teacher, because you inspired me to be a teacher too now. So if I can help you guys in any way, take care, brush your hair, and until we meet again, I'm Lisa, the Multifaceted Medium. I'm really grateful you're here. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and until we meet again, I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.